My first backyard ultra, and I was late, so it was straight to registration to collect my bib, grab my chip and get my inevitable DNF photo taken before a quick race briefing, and then it was time to get started. For those that don't know, a backyard ultra is a race where you run 6.7km loops in less than 1 hour until there's only one runner remaining. Everyone else gets a DNF, and the learning curve for this one was steep. 166 of us set off at 10 AM and it was clear from the very first yard that everyone had their own strategy and targets in mind. Whilst a couple runners broke from the group and charged ahead, the majority of us took our time, assessing the route, working out which parts to walk and which to run. In terms of the weather, you couldn't ask for much more. Sunshine, blue skies and a slight chill in the air. Perfect running conditions.
Halfway through the second lap, comfortable pace around 7+ kilometres, feeling good. 2 laps out of however many. They're chasing me.
The next few yards flew by and I started to understand just how important strategy was going to be. Admittedly, I was massively underprepared for this one, and being my first one, there's so much I'd do differently next time. In between yards, there was just about enough time to get back to the gazebo, put my legs up, refuel and do it all over again.
Halfway through lap 6, feeling good, legs are feeling good.
As the day went on, it got harder and harder to regulate my body temperature, so I was constantly swapping between my t-shirt and a long sleeve. Yard 7 signalled the beginning of the challenge. As the sun started to set and the temperatures quickly dropped, it was time for one last run without the head torch before a much needed change of shoes. Changing from my Brooks Adrenaline GTS's to my Brooks Catamount 2s, a change I probably should have made a lot sooner with the road shoes not offering anywhere near enough cushion. Events like these are strangely social. Unlike most ultra races where you might only see each other once or twice, a backyard ultra keeps everyone coming back to the same starting line each hour, and it's very easy to forget that you're actually in a race against others. And really, it's not even a race, it's an endurance challenge, and you're just seeing how far your body and mind can take you. Because as much as everyone may want the win, the reality of it is that 165 out of 166 runners will end up with a DNF, so you have to find your motivation in something other than victory. Whether it's testing your limits, moving with friends, or simply seeing how far you can go. Between laps, I'd walk 50 metres back to my chair, weaving through the guy ropes between tents to finally rest my legs, grab some food, and try to stay warm. In the late hours, I found my mind regularly negotiating with itself, trying to find the easy way out, and I had to battle against thoughts beyond the current yard, trying to stay present. And eventually, after 20 yards or 20 hours, I'd found my limit for the day and I was done. 135 kilometres or 83 miles. My one rule going into this was just don't quit in the chair, and I made sure that was the case. With 8 minutes to go until the next lap, I made sure I waited around, crossed the start line and handed in my chip. And a massive congratulations to the winner Ian Bethune, who completed 51 yards and a total of 212 miles. And it's safe to say I'm hooked, and I might have just signed up for another one later this year.